It's that time again. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Bold Business. You might know me. My name's David Grasso. I'm from Gen FKD, which is a nonprofit dedicated to helping millennials understand money and entrepreneurship.
And I'm Lindsay Christian. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to share your comments throughout the show via Facebook and Twitter. We want to hear from you.
Oh, well, let's get right into it because we have a lot of material to share today.
Bookster. Bookster is a website for book lovers and much more. Joining us is Holland Haas, speaker, author, and business consultant, and JP LeCoeur, partner of brandfoundations.us, as well as chairman of Conscious Capitalism's New York City chapter.
Holland and JP are here to share the importance of consciously reconnecting in a disconnected world.
All right. Welcome, Holland and JP.
Thank you.
Okay, Holland, let's start with you. Let's talk about your book, Consciously Connecting, a simple process to reconnect in a disconnected world.
Yes. So the idea came about, I was doing a lot of speaking internally with corporations, working with their teams. I was speaking at conferences, and what I was finding is there was a huge disconnect from people's purpose, from their ability to lead. And this disconnect, I really started to do a deeper dive. And so consciously connecting came from when we are conscious, we are aware. We are aware of our thoughts. We are aware of sensations, our surroundings. And then again, the ability to connect is anything that unites, joins, or links. So the uniting of our own personal awareness, really finding that thread, allows us to find where we are disconnected from our own leadership, our goals, our boundaries. And if we're not connected internally to our own GPS, how can we possibly bring that into the workspace?
That's a good way to say it. Personal GPS, I like that. I'm going to make a note of that.
All right.
We're stealing that.
Yeah, all right.
So from consciously connecting to conscious capitalism, tell us about conscious capitalism. I went to the conference, of course. I got the T-shirt. Yeah, of course.
Excellent. So conscious capitalism is a global movement that was launched by the book called Conscious Capitalism. And there's chapters around the globe, and really it's about espousing the idea that business can be a very powerful force for social good. It's organized humans for 2 millennia now and pulled billions of us out of poverty, and the goal really is to make business a little bit more conscious. There's big problems in the world that we have to solve. We live in an era now where people don't trust government as much as they used to, and so business has an opportunity to step in, but it has to do it in a more conscious manner. So a lot of what we try to do through the chapter and through the movement is teach organizations how to approach their day-to-day business in a more conscious manner, and that's by having a higher purpose. That's the first thing, and learning how to communicate that. Having a multi-stakeholder perspective. It's not just about investors anymore. It's about the impact that the business has on all stakeholders. Investors are certainly one of them, employees, the public, the environment, etc. And then how to do that with a more conscious leadership and a more conscious culture.
Well, I'm a huge fan, but anyway, my biases aside, referencing an article from Forbes, Ken Gosnell, Chief Servant Officer of CEO Experience, published a CEO guide designed to assist them with a breakthrough to using and gaining their profits wisely. So, JP, we're looking to help companies be more connected to the world, exactly like you were discussing. Why should companies be concerned about connecting with their employees and the world around them?
Well, ultimately, companies that are conscious, and the data shows this, are highly more profitable. They have greater engagement with their employees. It's easier to recruit people. They want to stay and work within these organizations. They're healthier, they're happier, and they're higher functioning organizations. And there are a lot of tools and ways for them to go about doing that, whether that's improving their communications. A lot of organizations today like to rely on mission, vision, values as a typical framework. A lot of the younger workforce today kind of ignores that. And so there's different ways to do it. We have a model we use called Purpose Way Impact. It's a different kind of mechanism. It's a little more memorable. There are other tools and apps out there, things like Focus On is an app that organizations can use to create a quiet moment within a meeting and get everybody to put their devices down and to be more connected to the moment and to the work that they have to do. But ultimately what it will rely upon, or what it will engender, is healthier companies that are higher functioning, happier employers.
JP, you mentioned keyword, and that's tools and resources. One of those tools, referencing Holland's book, is a step-by-step guide to really walk them through what it really does mean to tie into and hone into that conscious mindset. So tell us more about some of the tips you're offering in the book.
Well, the way the book is broken down, it's divided into the 12 months of the year, and each month has a theme. And then within that theme, there are 4 weekly exercises. So these are not, we're not going to make lists. We're not going to do a bucket list of 100 places that we want to travel before we die. That's not it. We're really looking to be more conscious in the connection to ourselves and others. So for example, one week, we really look at outside our periphery of everything on our devices and when we're running through the city and staying so connected in that way. And we work on being connected to others. So anyone who is serving you, and serving you in a way that it can just be for anything from 5 seconds to 3 minutes. So those are bank tellers. Those are bus drivers. This is someone where you go to the pharmacy each week. Really looking up from your device, coming outside of yourself, taking that moment to genuinely connect with another human being, say hello, and if you're already doing that, take it a step further where you now connect on a level of saying, what is your name? I see you every week. You take care of my pastrami order. Thank you so much. What's your name? And the more that we do that, we find that deeper connection within ourselves, and then we are able to bring that in and work within the framework of our company of understanding, again, it's our own GPS, and does the company that I am with and spending so much time with, are they in alignment and are they present in the same way that I am aligned and present? And this allows us to know if this is a good fit where we're spending, 8, 10, and 12 hours of our day.
Simply unplugging can make a difference, right? Just walking, with your head held high as you're walking down the street.
There's so much of
just
this.
being conscious, just making those personal, making eye contact
Yes.
as you're walking down the street. It just makes such a big difference in your day to day. What were you going to say?
No, it's just, I'm the type that says hi to people because I lived in the South most of my
me too,
life. So
right.
I think it's really important. I say hi to all the doormen and door ladies in my life.
Let me ask you this as a little bit of a challenge. When you say hello to someone, the question becomes, are you really a connector and are you really connecting? So are you really looking at that person? So when you turn away, do you know the color of their eyes?
Oh,
I can tell you their whole life story. All of them.
So
There's
in
3
a
of them
lot
at
of
the office.
workshops, this is something that we do, and very often everybody raises their hand. They're super connected. I'm a connector. And after we've done that exercise, it is rare. It is rare. Once in a room of 700 people, 2 people thought they knew the color of the person's eyes, and they were both incorrect. So we're viewing something, but we're not really looking, absorbing, and again having the awareness to unite, join, and link.
Yeah, we're too often thinking about how we're coming across.
What's
and
next?
What we're saying, what's next in that conversation, as opposed to just being present in the moment. And this is where I think mindfulness and meditation is. You're seeing more of this show up in business as well, because people are trying to be present, and that has a benefit in your own personal life, but also in business as well.
And being consciously connected is mindful.
Yeah.
And so when you're not walking down the street, or when you are and you're not on your device, it is very mindful to be present of your surroundings. And it is in those moments that we have those downloads and we solve that problem that's been aching inside of us for weeks or months, because we see a color or we see a word or we see a person and we think, oh my gosh, that's my answer, or that's my answer to create at a deeper level.
I think this is just beginning. Gen Z, they say, is worse than us. So I hear about little kids having play dates and they're all on their phones. So I think this is a very important topic, not just in the private sector, but in our own lives. JP and Holland, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having us.
Now we are more mindful about being conscious and looking each other in the eye.
Yeah, and turning off those phones,
That's
which
right.
I didn't do this
Unplugging.
morning.